Voila! So today I wanted to talk to you about dreams and trauma. So a lot of people have had traumatic experiences, and those experiences sometimes come back in your dreams, come back in order for you to deal with them, in order to show you. And sometimes it always comes back at a point where you need it to, when you can't move any further and you feel like something is blocking you, and you can't get past certain things. Sometimes it's because you haven't let go of certain things that happened to you. You haven't let go of certain situations, certain feelings, certain experiences. And sometimes your dream is a doorway for you to deal with that and to set yourself free. And it's important that you don't prevent that you use your dream as this tool to enable you to overcome trauma. And this is one of the things I've done in different sessions and consultations, where we actually go and look at different dreams and traumatic dreams, and where we slowly get the client to look at the scene, look at the story that's being taught, and realize on her own or on his own what the trauma is about. The trauma, and in a way that is not threatening, because the dream can be dismissed. The dream can be just a dream. The dream can be dismissed. You can awaken out of the dream. It's not exactly the same thing as a memory that stays with you, that's always there with you. In the dream, most people feel like once they awaken from the dream, they now detach from it. They now can move on from that until they go back to sleep again. So it is a gentler way to meet and to deal with trauma. And it's also a way for you to look at it in a detached manner. A lot of time, the traumatic dreams, the dreams about trauma, will show the person in a different state. If the trauma happened when the person was young, then you will see the child, and sometimes the person doesn't even recognize themselves. You have to actually go through that process of recognizing the place, recognizing certain things, until the person is able to put one and two together and realize that was something that was happening to them. And it is a process. It's not something where you walk through somebody and you push them to notice all this thing at the time. It really has to be slowed down. You can start with one piece of the dream that starts another way, or that starts a certain way. And most of the time, those traumatic dreams are recurring dreams as well. So I've seen a lot of people who do the same dream or very similar dreams. Sometimes it is at the same place all the time. You wake up always the same place, or your dream starts something else. You always end up at the same place, and that's a pointer. That's the point. When you have recurring dreams, I always said that when you have recurring dreams, there's something for you to address. There's a message that's there. There's something for you to act on, not just get the information and sit on it. And when you're being shown things about trauma, it's because that's where part of your blockage is coming from. It's a great tool in order to transmute generational curses, in order to transmute any form of negativity within your own self, so you can move forward. So it's a great tool to use. Use with caution. Make sure that if you are having those type of dreams and you want to walk through them and address them, that you are supported, that you have family members, you have a coach, somebody there that can support you. Because even sometimes having family members or understanding is not sufficient. That's why sometimes your family member cannot sometimes replace a therapist, depending on how understanding and how patient they are with you, and how versed they are in dealing with those kind of things. But don't be scared of your dreams. Your dreams are a doorway to yourself and a doorway to the universe, and all of the universe together. But I think it's really important sometimes to deal with yourself first before you go and visit the galaxies and all that stuff. Look at within yourself. Look at your own story. Look at the things that are being shown to you, and sometimes you can even ask to be shown certain things. One of the things is that the obsidian, to me, every time I've worked with the obsidian is a great tool to deal with trauma, to go and fetch those traumas and really address them. And one of the ways that the obsidian also works is through your dreams, to bring those trauma through your dreams so that you can be more aware of them and decide whether it is time or to start your journey towards addressing that, to be able to feel better, to get better. I'm really much grateful to see a lot of people coming forward into dealing with all of the aspects of themselves. Not just dealing with going to the gym and looking good and feeling good, but also addressing the spiritual and their mental and emotional state and doing what it takes to move forward. I'll have certain other videos specifically dealing with that because it is something that's coming to me. And as I said, this channel is an outlet for the things that I'm dealing with my clients, that I'm dealing with in conversation with other people. So whatever I'm putting out is whatever is reflective of what's going on in the moment. So that's why it's going to be an eclectic channel about all kind of things. The only thing that will remain constant are the series on African spirituality, just because I think that there's a lot of things that are not out there yet. And I don't want this channel to become something that's just repeating things that are already available to you. Dreams, powerful tool to deal with trauma. Leave it to the professional. If you don't know what you're doing, don't jump into that. If you want to do on your own, you can always do it out on your own. Just make sure you have resources in case you need them, so that you go in there being prepared. And the first thing to deal with is first try to remember your dreams. That's the first place to start. Then start looking at the different details in the dreams. Especially for recurring dreams, there are always things that you're missing out the first time that you can catch the second time, the third time. And as you catch that, you are building the story, building the puzzles. Those dreams are not being brought forth to you so that you relieve the trauma. No, they are being brought forth to you so that you may better understand the source of the trauma and know how to move from there. So I hope this was useful. I'm sending a lot of good vibes for all of you who are, actively working on yourself, making yourself better, overcoming whatever challenge you have at the moment. Of course, if you need consultations, you know what to do by now. The information will be in the description box, and I'll certainly see you in the next video. Bye bye.